In today's class, we are going to learn about the concept of looping. Now, looping refers to execution of a set of instruction for a specified number of times or for a finite number of times or until a particular condition is met. Now, why do we need to make use of looping? Now, a general example I'll take. For example, you need to write a program to accept the details of students of your class and display the same. Now, here the task is accepting the details of the students. Let us say, for example, your name, USN, and address. Now, accepting the details of one student, the task what you perform is same for all 100 students, and the task of displaying the details of each student is same for all 100 students. So either you will have to write the same set of instruction 100 times, or we can make use of the concept of looping and execute the same steps or execute the instruction for 100 times. Like this we can reduce the time as well as the length of the program as well. So this is the main reason for using the concept of looping. In this slide, we will see the loop control structures. Now, loop control structure shows how the control flows in a loop, or how the loop execution is controlled. Now, as per the loop control structure, there are two types of loop. One is entry control loop and there is exit control loop. Now, entry control loop, or it's also called as pre-tested loop. In this loop, first the condition is checked. If the condition is true, then only the body of the loop will be executed. Now, body of the loop is the set of instructions to be executed within the loop. If the test condition is true, then the body of the loop, that is the instructions given within the loop, will be executed once, and then again the control will go back to the test condition. Again the condition is tested. If the condition is true, again body of the loop is executed. If the condition is false, then the control will come out and execute the next instruction in the sequence. In the exit control loop, the body of the loop will be executed once, and then the test condition will be checked. If the test condition is true, then the body of the loop will be executed again or one more time. So this continues until the test condition is false. Once the test condition is false, the control will come out of the loop. So as you can see, now after the body of the loop is executed, we need to make use of a counter here, which must be either incremented or decremented, and then the condition will be checked. We'll see in detail various types of loops along with the examples. Three types of looping constructs are used in C: the while loop, the do while loop, and the for loop. All the three loops serve the looping purpose, that is execution of set of instructions for a specified number of times. Now the while loop and the do while loop are usually used when we are not sure about how many number of times the loop is to be executed. And for loop is used when we are sure about the number of times the loop has to be executed. We'll discuss these things in detail in the coming slides. A while loop. Now while loop is a pre-tested loop or entry control loop. Now the syntax is given there: while test condition. Now test condition, that is where we specify the expression. Now if the expression is true, then body of the loop will be executed. The body of the loop is specify the set of instructions to be executed, and body of the loop will be executed again and again until the test condition is true. Now once the test condition is false, it will come out of the loop and it will execute any other instructions following the while loop. One simple example I have taken here. I want to print Canada for 5 times. So either I can write printf Canada 5 times, or else I can make use of the looping structure, and within 2 lines I can execute the program and I can print Canada for 5 times. Now you can see here I need to make use of a counter. That is what initializing process you've seen there. It was mentioned as initializing and setting the condition. Now I need to make use of a variable. I initialize it to some value. Then in the looping process, in the body of the loop, I will increment or decrement depending on what type of condition I have given. So now here I made use of a variable I, which is of integer type, and I have initialized it to 0. Now in the while loop I give the condition because I want the printf Canada to be executed 5 times. So I have given there until I is less than 5. Until I is less than 5, it has to enter the body of the loop. Now I have given it as 0, so now the condition is 0 is less than 5. 0 is less than 5 is true, so control will go inside the body, inside the loop, and execute the body of the loop. In the body of the loop I have given printf Canada, so that statement will be executed and the output will be displayed as Canada. Then I plus plus. Now I am incrementing I by 1. So now again the control will go back to the while statement. Now the value of I has been incremented to 1. So now the while condition will be 1 is less than 5. So 1 is less than 5 is also true. Again control will come back inside the loop and execute the body of the loop, that is a printf Canada. Again Canada is displayed. Now again I is incremented by 1. Now I becomes 2. So again the control will go back to the while, and now this time the condition is 2 is less than 5. So it is true. So again printf Canada will be executed and Canada will be displayed in the output. Now this continues until I becomes 5. Once I becomes 5, the condition becomes 5 is less than 5, which is not true. So the control will come out of the loop. This is a simple example for while loop. We'll see further programs on this in the coming slides. Next is the do while loop. Now do while loop is a exit control loop or post tested loop. So in case of exit control loop, the body of the loop will be executed at least once irrespective of the test condition. So first the body of the loop will be executed and then the test condition will be checked. Now if the test condition is true, then again the body of the loop will be executed, and this continues until the test condition becomes false. So when we are supposed to use the do while loop? So do while loop is used when we are sure that the body of the loop will be executed at least once, or we are trying to, or we are representing a situation wherein the whatever code you have written in the body of the loop needs to be executed or at least once. So in such cases we go for do while loop. Now same example, previous example itself I have modified here to make it, or no, to use the do while construct here. So again int I equal to 0 I have taken, again 5 times I want to print Canada. So obviously 5 times I am printing, so at least once surely it will be executed as such. So I have taken the do while loop here. Now I have initialized it to 0. Now first printf Canada will be printed, then after that I will be incremented by 1. So now next, while I is less than 5, the condition is executed. So now 1 is less than 5 will be tested. Because 1 is less than 5 is true, so again the control will go back inside the loop, and again printf Canada will be executed. Now I will be incremented from 1 to 2. So this will continue until I becomes 5. Once I becomes 5, the condition is 5 is less than 5 does not hold good or becomes false, so the control will come out of the loop. We'll see further examples related to do while loop in the coming slides. Next is the for loop. Now the syntax is given as for loop has got three parts. First one is the initialization, next is the test condition, next is the update instruction. So after that we have the curly braces which indicates the opening of the for loop, then body of the loop, that is the instructions what you specify to be executed, and then the curly braces there marks the end of the for loop. Now initialization is where we initialize the variables to be used, and then test condition. Next, test condition is checked. If the test condition is true, then body of the loop will be executed once. After that, the control goes to the update part, and then the variable is either updated, that is either incremented or decremented. After that, again the test condition will be checked. Now if the test condition is true, again the body of the loop will be executed. So the body of the loop execution continues until the test condition is true. Once the test condition becomes false, the control will come out of the loop and then execute whatever instruction is given in the sequence. Now same previous example only I have taken over here. So just to print Canara 5 times. Now here I have given for I equal to 0. I is the variable I am using. I is the variable I am using here to for the as a counter. So now the I must be initialized first in the I must be declared first in the program as integer type, then only I can use it here. So I assume that already in the program I have given somewhere int I have declared already, so I am using it here. Now for I equal to 0, then so first the control will come to the for loop. Now I equal to 0 is executed, so the I is initialized with the value 0. Next it will check the condition. So now 0 is less than 5. So this condition is true, so it will enter the loop and execute the body of the loop, that is printf Canara. So in the output Canara will be displayed once. Next the control will go to the update statement, that is I++. So now that is the post increment I have given. So now I will be incremented by 1. So now I becomes 1. Once I becomes 1, next it will not go again to the initialization statement, it will directly go to the test condition. Now it will check again 1 is less than 5, so it is true, so again it will enter the body of the loop and execute the instruction printf Canara. So now second time Canara is printed. Now again the control will go to the update statement, that is I++, and now I value is incremented by 1, so I value becomes 2. Again 2 is less than 5 will be checked, condition is true, so again body of the loop will be executed. This will continue until I becomes 5. Once I becomes 5, 5 is less than 5 becomes false, so it will come out of the for loop and it will not execute the body of the loop.